Viewers, days after mountain of cash and gold was recovered from Partha Chatterjee's close aide, Arpita Mukherjee, more evidence of cropping up of alleged illegalities is now coming to the fore. Times Now has accessed the sale deed of one of Arpita's properties in Eastern Kolkata. While the sale agreement of the 911 square feet of flat was completed, the registry wasn't done. That's point number one. Notably, the market value of the said property is to be estimated to be around 41 lakh rupees, but an undervalued price of nearly 23 lakh rupees was agreed upon. However, Arpita paid only 7,38,000 rupees in 2 checks for the flat. Sources in the Enforcement Directorate said that such properties are bought in nondescript areas to park ill-gotten cash. So was that the motive really? Are there many more properties such as this wherein ill-gotten money was parked by the two who are without a doubt, close aides of each other? That remains the big question. But quickly taking this up with our guests who are joining us this evening, we have Shishir Bajoria, BJP spokesperson, with us, and also Professor Manojit Mandal of the TMC. Professor Mandal, if I could begin with you. Now, multiple questions were being asked on when is it that Partha Chatterjee will be sacked. He's been stripped of all organizational posts. That's a decision that was taken by the TMC. But as far as these revelations go, how is it that under the watch of Mamata Banerjee, this is the state of West Bengal. We know Mamata Banerjee's grip on the TMC in West Bengal. How was all of this allowed to happen? Multiple properties, so much money that has been recovered, so much suspected to be parked in several other properties.
No, what has it got to do with the TMC or Mamata Banerjee? By the same logic, I'll say that how the banks were looted, how the banks were dismantled under the nose of the Prime Minister. So it doesn't make any sense. I mean, these people are apparently, they have ill-gotten money, and the ED has to probe into it. ED has to punish them. ED has to prove it. That's it. It has got nothing to do with the party. If it has anything to do with the party, then Mr. Modi also needs to take responsibility of the banks getting looted, banks getting dismantled, PMC. We know how thousands of people were hitting the street 2 years back.
We're not going to digress, Professor Manojit Mandal, because, we're talking about a man who was also the education minister when the scam actually took place. We're talking about crores of money, and one can't just sideline it by saying that the TMC had nothing to do with it. But I'm going to take in a BJP word on the same. Mr. Bajoria, what do you make of it?
Well, it's very clear. This is the party where a very senior leader of the party, who's still a member of parliament, in public domain, in a speech says to her party workers, whatever money you collect, 70% you will give to the party, 30% you keep for yourself. The Chief Minister, the Honorable Chief Minister, in a public function has said, don't take everything alone. You must share it with people. This is what she has addressed her party. Do not take all the money alone. This is the party which believes in cut. The Chief Minister has said that return the cut money you have taken. She acknowledges, my dear friend, obviously he didn't hear all this, or he today wants to pretend that he didn't hear. Well, where will you go? This is the country's highest haul. Cash. Have we seen this kind of cash? I don't think any of us have seen this kind of cash. There's mounds and mounds of cash. And how many more will come? We don't know.
And what's interesting is, Professor Manojit Mandal, now we don't know whether or not Arpita Mukherjee has in real confessed to the Enforcement Directorate and has actually said that all of this money belonged to Partha Chatterjee. I had nothing to do with it. People would come, enter the room, they had access to the room, etc., etc. Now, that is source-based information, so I'm not going to quote all of that. But the number of properties linked to Partha Chatterjee, and now with the fact that Republic went on ground, went to speak to her mother, actually went to the residence where she grew up, the condition of that particular house vis-a-vis what we're seeing in crores of money that has been recovered from properties linked to her speak a different story. How is it that the TMC or the senior leadership was not in the know-how of what's happening? Till very recently, he was a mantri of the TMC, sir.
We have been maintaining this, and this is the fact that the party has got nothing to do with this woman. Party has got now nothing to do with Mr. Chatterjee. And if by the same logic that you are giving, How, again, I will repeat the same question. How Mr. Hemant Biswa Sharma is still in the chair of Chief Minister? He is accused of Sardab, siphoning few crores. How Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who is accused of Vapam, he is still there as a Chief Minister. How Mr. Shubhendu Adhikari, whom they accused, this BJP from their party office in 2016, and there is a case against him under the direction of the Supreme Court. How he is still in BJP? How Nitish Pramanik is in BJP? How that Gujarat minister who is charged of rape and confining murder in the cabinet, and all because of all these Mr. Modi and Shah, they are responsible. If I buy your logic, we are absolutely clear. The party is built with the blood and toil of Mamata Banerjee, with the blessings of lakhs of people. Thousands have made supreme sacrifices to build this party. Now the party is being led by Mamata ji with able generalship of Mr. Abhishek Banerjee. You will see completely renewed, dynamic Trinamool Congress as far as my understanding goes.
So the TMC says they're a corruption-free party, Mr. Bajoria. And once again, of what I make of the TMC leader, spokesperson now trying to peddle is the same old narrative that several other opposition parties have in the past, that, you know, anyone who, until they join the BJP, they are under the radar of some of these probe agencies, and the moment they move to the BJP, all of those cases stand withdrawn.
Permit me to quickly bring in 2 points and also answer your question. I'm not ducking the question. One, Sri Manojit Mandal, my dear friend, my brother, he keeps talking of the whole universe, but he avoids West Bengal. This question which you have put to me, that when people join BJP, and then they have used this famous, what do you call, washing machine, this theory, washing machine. Sri Mandal, you represent TMC. Why don't you answer one question? All those tainted people, when they were with BJP, they came from TMC, came to us. We were accused that we are putting them through washing machine. All have gone back. All have gone back. And this thing of that nothing happens while they are in BJP, nothing happens. Sri Mukul Roy was probed thrice. He was called by CBI while he was with BJP. He is now back in TMC, and the Honorable Speaker of the State Assembly says, no, he is not with TMC, he is still with BJP. But that's digressing. I'm coming to the other point. He mentioned the great dynamic leader, Sri Abhishek Banerjee. Sri Abhishek Banerjee, who's nobody in the state government, tries to fool the cheated people. He goes to the dharna and says, you'll all be given jobs. Who is he to give jobs? Who is he to give jobs? He may be a party, All India General Secretary of a party which doesn't exist in All India. You exist only in one state. अपनी औकात समझ लो भाई. जिस दिन आप All India आओगे, हम भी आपको All India बोलेंगे.
The problem here is there is too much proof to counter what you're trying to establish. All right, you've sacked the Mantri, you know, he's suspended from the party, all possible action has now been taken, but whatever happened, look at the amount that we're talking about. Could this have happened without, you know, let's say Mamata Banerjee not knowing what's going on? Of course it's happened under the supervision of some of the TMC leaders. The party high command had to know this. I mean, to begin with, he has yesterday, Professor Mandal, yesterday we broke down details of 10 properties that belong to Partha Chatterjee, and the amount of it all total to more than 122 crore rupees. Now, are you telling us that that's hard-earned money?
Am I allowed to reply?
One quick rebuttal, sir, then I'm running out of time. Quick rebuttal from Professor Mandal.
That because this money is being shown and 25,000 crores was not shown, that's why that is not money. Vijay Mallya has also claimed that he has taken money, and how he fled from the country with the BJP.
What are you talking?
And he was talking about, please stop. You are very senior, sir.
You know, gentlemen, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. I'm going to have to leave it at that. But there are questions yet being asked of the TMC, Professor Mandal. And, you know, we're going to take it up ahead again. For the moment, I'm going to have to leave it at that, viewers, and quickly need to shift our focus to another story we're tracking very closely.